from the head of a department and a digital strategist from Tyrens, Sverige. Please welcome to the stage our final presenter here today before we head into the cocktail hour, Mr. Linus Malm. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, clicker. Thank you. It's nice to be here. And I want to start with, because of all the things we have seen today with the digitization, how much it can benefit us for us. It creates new, creates new conditions, and conditions that we haven't really gotten control of. So, as you see, it's changed our behavior, and we need to change our behavior as well. So change management is a crucial thing to look into. I think we should use this technology and digitization wisely, because I think it's crucial to use these AI tools and stuff like that to save our planet. My name is Linus Malm. I'm working with digital strategy along the construction phase, both in construction and also in facility management. And I've been working for 2 decades or so, trying to give clients the opportunity to use data, technology, more beneficial than before. And today, a Swede, as Berger said, I'm a Swede talking about the Norwegian project here in a conference in Iceland. I'm very happy to be here, and I hope hopefully you will enjoy my presentation. I want to start here because this is my experience from all this project I've been working with. On the y-axis, you have the information intelligence, or the information, volume of information. And during the design phase, you add on information. Your 3D models getting more and more detailed. In your construction phase, you get all the operation documentation, you have Excel sheets, you have databases, and all of this stuff. And what happens when you hand over the project? Of course, the information intelligence gets down. You take these nice 3D models, you flatten it out, you send in DVG documents and PDFs and stuff like that. You even print out binders with all the operation and the documentation during this phase. So here we have a big field of opportunity. I call it the digital property assets, or your property, the owner's digital property. And if we can actually taking care of all this information, I think we can also be using these AI tools and so on to develop the information upon that data, to create new services, to create new data-driven decisions, etc., etc. And that's what we want to our customer, to get value from this intelligence information. So today, I will talk about this project. It's called Portal. It's a big office building, mostly, but also a hotel complex just beside, where Radisson Red is now the hotel manager. And the Portal is, as it says, it's a portal to this, let's have a laser, this portal to this residential area, where all the people can come through the portal and into this area where we have restaurants, stores, etc., etc. And from the beginning, the property owner, OPF, Oslo's pensjonforsikring, it's like a pension fund, they own this building. They wanted to have a high-end goal on the digital level, but also, of course, sustainable goals. And here it is. just 10 minutes with subway outside Oslo city center. But today I would say the Øken Portal is perhaps more known as a sustainable project. The facade is made of recycled aluminum. We have all the vegetables and stuff are actually cropped on the roof. So the restaurant in the building will use these crops and vegetables in their menu, daily menu for lunch, for example. It's about 48,000 square meters of office space and 7,000 square meters of restaurant and services. Of course, it's certified BREEAM NOR Excellent, which is a very high level of sustainability. But on the digital side, we started with this commercial, actually, because they wanted to create a commercial that fetch all new tenants to this project. And the commercial, it's about Maria. She's taken her cycle to the office building, and she gets a notification in her cell phone that she can leave her bike for a service. And all during the day, she meets different type of notifications. She can book her conference room. She can scroll down different food alternatives for lunch, etc., etc. So this was a commercial that they wanted to, say, fetch all different tenants to this project. And from this movie, you can say, we started to map out a digital goal for this project. The digital twin, we wanted to create this digital twin, creates a fully digitized building that enables different things. We wanted a workplace for balance in every day. We want the sustainability in all levels, of course. We want to have a market and meeting place for new services. We want this digital marketplace, you can say. And also, it should be seamless experience in this building. I will say this is a very important thing that we created this digital target or digital goal, what you can say. And from this goal, you can say, this was made around 2017, 18, something like that. We started to map out this girl, Maria, who came with his bicycle to the office building. What are all the applications she might meet during a day? So this is just an example of different applications that could been developed during the process or during the project. Could we have pop-up coffee shops and stores based on data, how many people are coming to the office building, and so on and so on. And from this side, we come up with an idea. We want this one building should have one platform. Okay, easy peasy, just buy one. Or back then, 2018, I would say there was no good example of a digital twin platform. Not in place, not what I've heard of back then. But this was our idea. So we're trying to create this. So we wanted the BMS system, of course, the building management system, to integrate to this platform. We wanted the 3D model, the BIM model, to interact with this platform. And we come up with an idea, a solution that we will use BIM 360 for these 3D models, Revit models, and Autodesk Forge as an API to integrate to this platform. We also look into different ERP systems and different building management systems to also fetch data and give data to this platform. And third-party apps, we have 4 Services, who is the restaurant entrepreneur in the building. They also have an app for all the tenants that you can order lunch through, and so on. So one building, one platform. Okay, where do we start? We started by mapping out different functions, different data set, different information. It's not my intention that you will read all this. It's just that we needed to break down all the apps, all the application into different information setups that we needed. So we did a lot of what data comes from the BMS system, what comes from the IVMS system, what's its personal data, user ID and stuff like that, asset data, but also BIM data. So this Excel spreadsheet is very large and long. And now, during the years, I mean, this is a project, it's ongoing. It's both a building site, of course, during these years, but it's also a digital working place. So a couple of years later, we have all these vendors and suppliers that was, bought this project. We have Niagara from the BMS system. We have Apcoa, who is controlling the parking spaces. We have For Service, who is the restaurant owner, and stuff like that. And of course, on the BIM side, we have Autodesk Forge, BIM 360, BIM Interaxo from Tribia. So this cloud became this map of all these different types of information and different suppliers around this platform we wanted to build. And we actually built one. Telia Division X created this digital twin platform based on Microsoft Azure, which then contain all the data from all these, data suppliers. So in this platform, we have, for example, data from the solar blinds, if they are up or if they're down. We have data from Essity, so we can see how many soap dispensers that are empty or full. We have data from Apcoa with all the parking spaces. We also have data from the charging stations in the garage, etc., etc. All these data will be provided into this data platform. And of course, the platform can also be adjustable from anyone. That's what's the whole idea. And that was also the whole idea from the property owner, to own this, platform in the middle. So this was built during 2019 to 2021, something like that. And that's been ongoing since then. But actually, Telia didn't want to support this platform anymore. So this summer, we actually migrated to another software or another vendor. And that is PropTech OS. Unfortunately, I would like to have a live demo here, of course, but it's crucial, so I wouldn't dare to make the demo devil come to me. So I will show you a video instead. So PropTech OS actually founded their software back in 2018, but then was a startup. Today is a company working in the northern Europe, I will say. So let's see if the video works.
Managing building operations means dealing with countless apps and systems, all requiring individual integrations. It quickly becomes a tangled mess. With PropTech OS, all integrations flow to and from one unified operating system. This simplifies operations and allows you to choose a best-of-breed approach when selecting your apps. PropTech OS also powers the creation of a dynamic digital twin, giving you real-time insights into your building's performance. And with our marketplace, you have access to an extensive range of apps, ready to integrate and enhance your building's intelligence.
Yes. So in PropTech OS, we collect all this data, as I described before. So this is just a picture from the UX, and I can show you later on if you want to. We can have a coffee afterwards. One more thing I would like to point out in this project. This was one big thing, I think, and what I wanted to show you. But one other thing we have made possible is, I think it was Sten talking about it before, that was the operation and maintenance documentation. Back in 2018, our project manager, Bernhard, came to the meeting with a plastic bag. And it poured out the plastic bag on the table. And what was it? It was USB sticks, CDs, and even floppy disks. And he said to me and to me and my colleagues, this is my building information. This is what I get when I get a property. As my graph that I showed you before, this is quite normal, that you get all the building documentation into one USB stick. So back in 2018, we said we need to do something different. So we did. This is just an example. I have used Dalux viewer, BIM viewer, because it's fast. But you can use any IFC viewer you want. Going into the building, you can, of course, get around. You can hide and seek and different components. But in this example, I will just click on, I think it's a lamp. And as you can see here, we have different component coding for different components and also systems. You just click on that component, log into Tribia Interaxo, and you will get all the documentation you need for that specific product. So in this system, we have this as a operation documentation gathering system, you can say. And you can just click and you get all the information you need about that lamp. So we created this connection between the BIM model and the operation documentation. Yeah, I just click on another component, same procedure. I can fastly look into that component and look at the product data. Just like that. So this system is used by the facility manager at the project today. So, what are my learnings? I will say you should start with this target image or your goals for your project. It's very crucial. Anchor this with the top level management. We haven't been here today in this project if it hasn't been for Richard Groven, who is the managing, I think he's managing director for OPF Eiendom in Norway. And make sure you have your requirements for start. We didn't. It's been a lot of meetings regarding, was this demanded from the beginning? Wasn't it not? Is this demanded from the beginning? And so on and so on. So please, as we had heard today also, start with the IDS. Start with it now. And make sure you get the right demands from the beginning. Make sure your technical system, if you're a property owner here in the room and you want to have this smart building, make sure your system that you buy can talk both ways. This is also a problem we had during the project. For example, the solar blinds wasn't talkable, so to say. So the only thing we could see was it down or was it up? We couldn't see if it stopped or if it was an error, and we couldn't even override if we wanted to go up or go down. So make sure your systems talk both ways. Measure. I think we could have been more, efficient during the project if we had measure during the process. Measure the benefits. Measure how far we have come. Taking the small steps, not big steps. Instead of talking about the beneficial we can make sure we can show all the stakeholders in the project what's beneficial you have achieved so far. Use the standards. We have heard today, many said ISO 19650, but in Norway there's been a great standard called NS 3456, which is used for maintenance and facility maintenance. Actually, this standard we are now trying to make like an industry standard in Sweden. We are trying to copy all Norwegian friends here. We are trying to copy you into Sweden to actually use this standard. It's very good. And for future projects, I would say look into this ISO 19650 standard. It describes all the process, and as before, speaker before has said, it's a process. BIM is not a model. BIM is a process. So I will round up there, and thank you very much.